Good morning. We will start session 2 on chapter triangles. So, in the first session, we understood about the similar triangles, that means how the figures are similar, and we also understood about basic proportionality theorem and its converse and corollary. So, using these, we will start with the following exercise where we apply them and find. So, in the first one I will mark for homework. I think this is the only homework sum I can give you, and yes, of course there is one more. Rest all will be done by me in the class. So first main, second one, that is they have given DE parallel to BC. I will first draw the figure here. This is the figure given, and this is the line segment DE which is parallel to BC. Always, if you have to prove the BPT, that is basic proportionality theorem, the given lines have to be parallel. Only then we can prove it. That is, the sides are proportional. DE parallel to BC and find AD. Right? What else are given here? This is 7.2 centimeter. This is 1.8 centimeter and this is 5.4 centimeter. In triangle ABC, DE parallel to BC. So DE is parallel to BC. We can write that AD upon BD is equal to AE upon CE. Reason, basic proportionality theorem. Remember that whenever you write this relation, that is proportionality relation, you have to always mention what is parallel. Only after mentioning parallel you can write that they are proportional. Substitute what values you know. AD has to be found out. Keep AD as it is. What is BD? 7.2. What is AE? 1.8. And what is CE? 5.4. So decimals if I cancel here, AD upon 7.2 is equal to 18 by 54. 18 ones are 18 threes are. AD is equal to 7.2 divided by 3. Decimal removal into 10 into 10. So this is 72 by 30. So 3 tens are 3 ones are 3. 1 remainder. 3 fours are 12. Sorry, 3 twos are 6, not 3 ones are 3. 3 ones are 3, 3 fours are 12. 24 by 10. So AD I can write this as 2.4 centimeter. Right? So 24 by 10 again, don't start getting cancelling by 2. Directly as a decimal you can use. This is how you can find the given unknown side of the given triangle. Quickly we'll move to the next one. Next one they have asked, figure is not given, we have to draw. E and F are the points on the sides of PQ and PR respectively. So this is a given triangle. PQR is a given triangle. E and F, E is on PQ and F is on PR. So we will join this. E and F are the points on the sides PQ and PR respectively of triangle PQR, each of the following. State whether the given EF is parallel to QR. We need to find whether it is parallel to QR. There are 3 set of questions. First 2 I will do. So second way, third one I will mark for homework. So that's all the homework sum for today's session. So these 2 are for homework. First 2 will do it. So we have to draw the figure thrice. That means 3 times we are solving it. Second main, for the first one, PE is equal to 3.9. QE is equal to 3 centimeter. PF is equal to 3.6 and FR is equal to 2.4. They have given everything. We have to check whether these are proportional. In triangle PQR. Let me write the proportional sides first. PE upon QE. Okay. QE or EQ? Okay, EQ they have mentioned. EQ. Find what it is. 3.9 divided by 3. So this is 3 ones are 3. So it is 1.3 by 1 you can consider. Okay, keep this as it is. Next proportional side is PF upon FR. 3.6 upon 2.4. Decimal will go. So 12 threes are 12 twos are. It is in fraction, in decimal if I have to write this, 2 ones are 2, 2 fives are 10, 1.5 and 1.3, by 1 by 1. Are they equal? No. Therefore, PE by EQ is not equal to PF by FR. Therefore, EF is not parallel to QR. Only if they are equal, then the given line is parallel by converse of BPT what we have studied. Now similarly, the next set we will start with. Let's see what measurement. You have to draw the figure once again for this. So what I will do, I will only rub this part given here. Rest everything will keep it as it is. So in the second set, what they have given, PE is 4, QE is 4.5 and PF is 8 and RF is 9. So PE, that is 4 upon 4.5. So actually if you have to divide this, what we will do is, we will convert this into, we will remove the decimal. So this will be 40 upon 45. So 5 8s are 5 9s are, right? What is this here? Directly it is 8 by 9. So into 10, what I have done here is, therefore PE upon EQ is equal to PF upon FR. This implies EF is parallel to QR by, give the reason, converse of basic proportionality theorem. This is how you have to write it. Quickly, we'll move. Third one I have marked for homework. We'll start with the third question now. These numericals are usually asked for 1 mark or it can be asked for MCQs. Third one. In figure 6, LM is parallel to CB. The figure is given. Let's draw accordingly however they have asked. So this is how it is given. So this is A, this is M, this is B, this is C, this is L, this is N, and this is D. So in the given figure, LM is parallel to CB and LN is parallel to CB. Prove that. First we will write here, given in triangle ABC, LM is parallel to BC. So this is parallel to this, and in triangle ABC, LN is parallel to C. This much is given. What we have to prove? To prove AM upon AB is equal to AN upon AD. See here, we have to prove AM upon AB is equal to AN upon AD. That is something we have to prove that part by whole. This already we have done in corollary. We can do that, but directly we cannot apply. We have to prove it. So let's see how to do proof. So from BPT what we know, let us derive from it first. Choose the triangle. In triangle ABC, we know that LM is parallel to BC. So with respect to LM parallel to BC, can I say AM upon MB equal to AL upon LC, BPT. Equation 1. Directly if you write this, it will not stand correct. Along with that, you have to always mention what is parallel. Next. In triangle ADC, LN is parallel to CD. So, AN upon ND is equal to AL upon LC, BPT. Equation 2. Things equal to same thing are equal to one another from 1 and 2. So these two are equal. This implies, can I tell AM upon MD is equal to, these are equal, so AN upon ND, right? But that is what required here? No, we don't require that. We require AM upon AB, right? So now what we will do for this? Using this, first of all, using the same things we cannot prove it. First of all, we have to take a reciprocal. You will understand that why. Taking reciprocal. So this will be MB upon AM, because I'll tell you why, is equal to ND upon AN, right? After this, adding 1 to both sides. That's a procedure. How we find this whole by part in both the sides. Corollary what we find. This is actually the procedure. Add 1 to both sides. Okay, I'll do it here actually. So, MB upon AM plus 1 is equal to ND upon AN plus 1. Now you will understand why I took reciprocal. Now see here, if I add MB plus AM, LCM I have to take. MB plus AM upon AM is equal to ND plus AN upon AN. Suppose if there was no reciprocal, my denominator would be ND and LC, or my denominator would be MB and ND. That is nowhere I require there. I require denominator as either of that, AB, this one and this, but that I already have it there. What is NB plus AM? MB plus AM is nothing but AB upon AM is equal to, what is ND plus AN? AD upon AN. Did you understand why we took reciprocal? If in case our reciprocals were not taken in the beginning, in here, my denominator would be what you know? My denominator would be MB. But here, MB is nowhere required in the whole question. Numerator AB I would get, but denominator I would get wrong. So we took the reciprocal. That is how actually we do this for corollary. Taking reciprocals. Taking reciprocals. AM upon AB is equal to AN upon AD. AM upon AD is equal to AN upon AD. Hence proved. This is how we prove the corollary part. We'll quickly move to the next one. You have to copy it down. Do this one below the other. Fourth one. In the given figure, they have given again two set of lines are parallel, and again we need to prove the BPT part there. Okay. The figure goes like this. In figure A, B, C, there is one line. So this is D, F, E. Given In triangle, first of all, what is parallel? Let us write. No, okay. Anyways, in proof we are writing. We'll only write in given that DE parallel to AC and DF parallel to AE. What we have to prove? To prove that BF upon FE is equal to BE upon AC. We have to prove that BF upon FE is equal to BE upon AC. Something different, right? But we will get it. First, choose the triangles which are parallel here, and how they are parallel. First, you see that. Now, DE is parallel to AC. DE, I'll draw the arrow marks here. It will be very clear. And the next one, DF is parallel to AE. So, with respect to that triangles, we have to choose. Proof. In triangle ABE. So in triangle ABE, I can tell that DF is parallel to A. Correct? These two are parallel. So if these two are parallel, I can write this as BD upon DA or BD upon DA is equal to this upon this is equal to BF upon FE. BBT. Equation 1. Again, in triangle ABC, whole triangle, when I am talking about what is parallel, DE is parallel to AC. So if DE is parallel to AC, again how do I get? BD upon DA is equal to, this side it is going to be BE upon EC. Right? See here, this is parallel. So it is this upon this. Reason BPT. Equation 2. From 1 and 2, BD upon DA, BD upon DA is equal to these two. From 1 and 2, I can tell BF upon FE is equal to BE upon EC. Actually, previous one I forgot to write. Please mention. Such same case we had occurred. Axiom 1. Things equal to same thing are equal to one another. We'll move on to the next one. Sorry children, this was fourth one, right? Yes. And the previous one was third one. We'll quickly move to the next one. Almost all the sums and the things are the similar part here how we have to prove. We'll complete this exercise today. It's quite very simple. So in the given figure, DE is parallel. Let us first draw the figure to understand. So a line is joined. This is O, this is Q, this is R. There is another small triangle here which is formed. So this is D, this is E, this is F and E. Okay. So in the given figure, DE is parallel to OQ. DE is parallel to OQ and DF is parallel to OR. Now since these are parallel, we can prove the BPT parts. Show that EF is parallel to QR. Anytime if they have asked us to prove that the lines are parallel, it is always proved by converse. So we will use what they have given. First, we will only write what is according to the question given. DE parallel to OQ and DF parallel to OR. To prove EF parallel to QR. Right? So, proof part. Choose the triangles. First, with respect to this, if I have to choose, in triangle PQO, this part. So DE parallel to OQ, right? If that is parallel, how do we write it? PE upon EQ is equal to PD upon DO. Reason BPT equation 1. Similarly, come to the next triangle. In triangle PRO, what is parallel? DF is parallel to OR. Now, since it is parallel, I can say that PF upon FR is equal to PD upon DO. BPT equation 2. From equation 1 and 2, both things equal to same thing are equal to one another. Can I say PE upon EQ is equal to PF upon FR? Axiom 1. It is PE upon EQ is equal to PF upon FR. That means these other two in the triangle, these two are the proportional sides which are equal. This implies EF is parallel to QR. Reason? Converse of BPT. That is what I have told you. Whenever we have to prove the converse, we have to prove that by BPT. Whenever we have to prove the parallel lines, when given lines are parallel, then it has to be proved by converse. We'll quickly move to the next one. That is sixth one. I'm sorry, I'm forgetting to write the questions children here. So this is fifth one, and now let's move on to the sixth one. Okay, look at the figure. Two triangles, one inside the another, are given. So okay, let's see what we have to prove. This is B, C, this is Q, R, this is A, and this is P. So in the given figure, ABC are the points on OP, OQ and OR respectively, such that given AB parallel to sixth one, AB parallel to PQ and AC parallel to PR. Now AB parallel to PQ, AB parallel to PQ and AC parallel to PR. Show that BC is parallel to QR. Again, we have to prove this by converse. So, using the relation what we have there, let us prove. Let us choose the triangle with respect to what they have given. Proof? No, to prove first. To prove BC parallel to QR. Proof part. In triangle, now we have AB and this, so it is in triangle POQ. POQ, I can say AB parallel to PQ. So if AB is parallel to PQ, I can write that OA upon AB is equal to OB upon BQ. Reason BPT equation 1. Similarly, next triangle, in triangle POR. So, what is parallel? AC parallel to PR. So, if AC is parallel to PR, how do I write there now? OA upon AP is equal to OC upon CR. BPT equation 2. So, things equal to same thing are equal to one another. From equation 1 and 2, OB upon BQ is equal to OC upon CR. Axiom 1. So, OB, that is OB upon BQ is equal to OC upon CR. This implies BC is parallel to QR. Reason? Converse of BPT. Isn't it very simple? Yes. Almost all the sums are proved by the similar technique. Let's move on to the seventh one. We'll start with the seventh one. So seventh and eighth one is about midpoint theorem, what we studied in standard 9. So what did midpoint theorem tell us? We'll just recall. So the line drawn from the midpoints of two sides of a triangle such that, if it is a line drawn and they are the midpoints of any two sides of a triangle, then it is actually half the third side and parallel to the third side. That was the actual midpoint theorem. What was the converse? If a line is drawn from a midpoint of a side of a triangle and that line is parallel to the third side, it also divides the other sides equally. That was something converse of it, right? Suppose if these two are the midpoints, then we have to prove that this line is half of this and it is parallel of this. Second part, if it is a midpoint and parallel, then the line which joins the other side is also the midpoint of that particular side. Here we have to prove both midpoint as well as converse with respect to BPT. Let us prove that. Seventh one. So using theorem 6.1 is nothing but using theorem BPT what they have mentioned. Prove that the line drawn to the midpoint of one side of a triangle parallel to the another side bisects the third side. This is converse. So if I have drawn a triangle here, let us say triangle ABC and DE, where D is the midpoint of a triangle given. We have to also tell that it bisects the third side, given that they are parallel. Yes? Let us write in triangle ABC, this is not E, it is C. DE parallel to BC. D is the midpoint of AB. This is given. To prove, E is the midpoint of AC, right? Proof. Let us use BPT. In triangle ABC, DE parallel to BC. So if DE is parallel to BC, AD upon DB is equal to AE upon EC. Reason BPT equation 1. But AD is equal to DB. Reason D is the midpoint. Right? So if I bring this down, AD upon DB is equal to 1. Why? See here, if I cross multiply this, AD is equal to BD I get, right? So AD by BD is equal to 1. So I can substitute in this equation 1. This implies it is 1 here. AE upon EC is also equal to 1, right? Because if this is equal to 1, then this is also equal to 1. Therefore, AE is equal to EC. Fine? Cross multiply. This implies if AE is equal to EC, E is the midpoint of AC. Hence, proof. So we proved the converse of midpoint theorem using BPT. So let's prove midpoint theorem using BPT now. The next part, which is 8th one. We have to prove that they are parallel. they are not parallelly given. Eighth one, given in triangle ABC, D and E are the midpoints of AD and AC respectively. To prove DE parallel to BC. Proof. So I will write here first AD is equal to DB. Why? Reason D is the midpoint of AB. I can write this as AD upon DB is equal to 1, equation 1. Can I write? Yes. Similarly, I will write the next one. AE is equal to EC. Reason E is the midpoint of AC. So I will write this AE upon EC is equal to 1, equation 2. From 1 and 2, things equal to same thing are equal to one another. AD upon DB is equal to AE upon AC, axiom 1. But what is it? AD upon DB is equal to AE upon EC. This implies DE parallel to BC. Reason converse of DPT. Hence proved. So we proved that the lines are parallel. That is midpoint theorem we proved here using DPT theorem. Ninth one. The last two sums of the exercise. Given ABCD is a trapezium in which AB is parallel to DC. Show that the diagonals intersect each other at point O. So let us see how to do such type of sums. So given ninth one, ABCD is a trapezium in which we know that one pair of side is parallel. So these are the diagonals and this is O. So given ABCD is a trapezium, therefore AB parallel to CD. To prove AO upon BO is equal to CO upon DO. Okay, this is what we have to prove. There will be a construction for this because we need to prove this. Children, the same sum can be later proved it by the next set of an exercise. I mean the next set, in next exercise what we do, that's about similarity again, where we talk about proportional sides. We prove that the triangles are similar. So there actually we prove it. So we can also prove that by proving triangles similar. We'll again repeat these sums later once again. So construction. What we will do is, we'll draw a line parallel to AB and CD passing through O. Draw a line parallel to AB and CD passing through O. We'll name that as E. Okay. This implies OE is parallel to AB and parallel to CD. Right? So proof, it will be easy for us to prove because now we have a line parallel and we can use here what is that DPT part. In triangle DAB. So in triangle DAB, I can say OE is parallel to AB. So how do we write this? DE upon EA is equal to DO upon OB. Okay, so we will choose this children here. Here how they have given, OD is given, we will mention OD only, and here BO is given, we will mention the same part. That is OD will write and this will write. Equation 1, that is BPT. Equation 1. Again, in triangle ADC, OE is parallel to CD. So if OE is parallel to CD, what we have? We have AE upon ED instead of AE. See here what are the vertices or what are the sides what you have chosen. Now here what I have to choose? AE, but we have EA here. I use EA only. EA upon, I have to use DE. Same thing I will use here. Upon DE is equal to, the next part is, I have used first this one. So the next part is OA upon OC. Again, when we choose that, try to choose the same vertices what is given in the question. It will be easy. It is AO upon CO. Usually we use according to our convenience, but sometimes we have to use what exactly they have asked. It's the same thing, right? Is this very clear? Okay. BPT. I will not write equation 2. Why? Because I will tell you. DA upon EA. Here we have EA upon DE. I can't say they are equal. That is why I need to take reciprocal of this. Taking reciprocal. In this thing, one fun is that you can take reciprocal at any point of time. Taking reciprocals. So this is DE upon EA is equal to CO upon AO. Now you can say equation 2. From equation 1 and 2, CO upon AO is equal to OD upon BO. That is what you require? No, it is again something different. Now what to do? Cross multiply them. So this is CO into BO is equal to AO into OD. Always children remember, at the end point, if you have the reverse answer, take reciprocal. And you have almost the answer nearby, but the terms are jumbled up in your left hand side and right hand side. Cross multiply them. Okay. Now we cross multiply them. Now, what do you want here? Okay, what do you want first? CO upon DO. You have CO here, write CO. Can I bring DO down? Yes, I can bring this OD down. OD only I want, right? Or DO, anything. Okay. DO down. I'll bring this down here. Is equal to, what do I want on numerator? I already have it here. AO. What I want in the denominator? BO. Can I bring this down? Yes. Understood what we do here? We write. Wherever we don't get, we try to take reciprocal. We come at the final answer. Final answer, we see that we have all the terms, but they are jumbled up in our left hand side and right hand side in numerator and denominators. How to do that? Cross multiply them. After cross multiplying, take whatever you want down. Accurately, not whatever numerator can't become, it can't change. Like see, I get this here only. I brought this down. So with that, you will arrive at the answer. So this is the answer for the given question. Hence, proved. We have the next one, quite a lengthy one, where they have given a quadrilateral and we have to show that it is a trapezium. If we have to show that it is a trapezium means we have to prove that the given some pair of lines are parallel. How do we prove that the some pair of lines are parallel? Only by converse. We need to show that a particular sides are proportional. So let's check it out how to do this. 10th one and the last one. So let ABCD be the quadrilateral, given quadrilateral. So these are the diagonals. Okay. Given ABCD is a quadrilateral. They have also given that the diagonals intersect each other at point O such that AO upon BO is equal to CO upon DO. Equation 1. We'll be very careful in choosing now the sides AO, BO in the sum especially. Okay, what we have to prove? We have to prove that ABCD is a trapezium. Trapezium means one pair of side we have to prove it as a parallel. And remember, this is again to be done by BPT only. So construction we require, because BPT can be done with at least one pair. Something should be parallel given. So I will consider again what you know as here. Draw a line. Draw OE parallel to AB. Only one part I will take parallel, not both the sides here. Done? Proof. Now, since it is parallel, I will write the proportional sides. In triangle ADB. So, how do we choose the sides now? So, in this triangle, I will tell that this side upon this is equal to this upon this, right? Because proportionality, what we have to write here is. So, DE upon EA is equal to DO upon OB. I will choose BO. BPT. Okay. So, okay, one more thing children, I just forgot. What we will do here is, we will cross multiply this and keep, and that will be as equation 1. AO into DO is equal to CO into BO. Okay. So, let's cross multiply now. So, when we multiply this, this will be EA into DO is equal to DE into BO. This is equation 2. So, this is equation 1 and it is equation 2. So, let us divide the equations. Now, why we have to divide? How do we come to know we have to divide? It's again by practice. You will know that. Divide equations 1 and 2. So, AO into DO divided by EA into DO is equal to CO into BO divided by DE into BO. Cancel whatever is possible here. What remained? AO upon EA is equal to CO upon DE. Now just look into this. AO is here. Upon AO upon EA. We have some other two sides. And we have the next as CO upon DE. That is this. So we have not exactly the proportional side, but we have the part of the sides. So they are not correct. What we have to do? We have to adjust the sides now. We have to get sides in such a way that this by this and this by this we have to get. Correct? Cross multiply. I'll do it here. So when you cross multiply, what do you get? AO into DE is equal to CO into EA. Now AO is there. Below AO, I'll keep AO as it is. What should come? CO should come. I'll write this here. Is equal to EA here only. Below EA, what should come? DE should come. Right? AO upon CO is equal to EA upon DE. Right? This implies OE is parallel to CD. Actually, it is parallel. That was construction. We assumed it. By converse of BPT. Give the conclusion. Therefore, in a quadrilateral, I'll write this O properly. In a quadrilateral, if one pair of sides is parallel, then it is a trapezium. This conclusion is must and should. Therefore, in a quadrilateral, if one pair of sides is parallel, then it is a trapezium. Therefore, ABCD is a trapezium. Very clear? This is how we prove it. With that, we complete today's session.